Okay, so here today I'm going to be talking about the Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley fight. First off, I wanted to say much respect to Jake Paul. This was actually very impressive. He showed that he is very calculated. He showed that he actually has the patience to win these high level fights. And honestly, that's a lot of people's problems. Like Cody Garbrandt, for instance, he literally would rush himself into the fire and it would harm him. Realistically, the fact that Jake Paul can hold himself back and he has the patience really shows that he can beat higher level people. And with that being said, I don't expect him to face off against anyone too crazy next. He is a smart person. He knows that he has to get that experience in there, and he will. He's gonna fight a bunch of people, and I guarantee you he's gonna learn a lot of new things from each fight. That is because he is a new dog to this. He is very unfamiliar with this territory, so he's going to try to learn as much as he can so that he has the upper hand in some way. And that's why he beat Tyron Woodley, in my opinion, is because he literally lets himself learn. Tyron is a elite fighter. He's not an elite boxer. He's an elite fighter. But with having that confidence of being an elite fighter, you don't want to really learn from just anyone. Just like a parent doesn't want to learn from their child. Good example is I don't really want to put my family into this equation, but one of my parents doesn't want to learn about like how you could create maybe even a business online with like even YouTube. This is a good example is like YouTube. Like people who don't understand internet, they don't see that you could make money on YouTube, that you could start a business in that way. They don't see the opportunity because they don't understand how someone could make money off the watch time. How you can be bringing in traffic for a app and they pay you for bringing in the traffic. Basically, having someone watch your video for a certain amount of time on YouTube is gonna generate money for YouTube, and then you get a small increment. A lot of older people don't want to even listen to you when you say that statement right there. They just block it out. They don't understand how you can make money off it. They're like, "Oh, is that just imaginary? Like you'll never get paid for it. Like this, that, and the third." But that example right there is me trying to explain why Tyron won't take the information of how to box better from people who he knows he can beat in a regular fight. He knows that he can beat most of these boxers in a regular fight, so why is he going to take the information from them? It makes some sense in some ways. It's human traits. Humans don't want to learn from people who they don't think are credible. But hey, if you don't learn from the people, let me re-say this. Everyone can give you some bit of information. You can learn from everyone, but you have to know what information to even use, because realistically everyone knows something that you don't know, but it's up to you to decipher through the information and see what is even valuable and see what is. I'm going off topic realistically, but what I'm trying to get at is Tyron Woodley is too experienced in this field to try to take advice from someone who is not on his level. And he is almost too experienced to see that there is a new generation and that these people aren't using their brute force. They're not just gonna beat you just off strength. So muscle and all that doesn't really matter in this. You have to be smart. You have to use your brain now, because your brain is the strongest muscle in your body. Your body is literally made up just to protect your brain. So why not use your brain to win the fights? There's a crazy high percentage, I believe it's like 97% of each fight is psychological. That's why Conor McGregor and those trash talkers who are able to convince the person that they're going to lose, they win so frequently, because these people defeat themselves before they even get into the ring or the octagon. Like everyone who was going to fight Khabib or I can't think of anyone, like Mirko Krokop, but like someone like that, anyone who was going to fight them, they knew going into the ring that there was this energy around this fighter, like almost like there's this undefeated feel to the fighter. So they would go into the fight just almost doubting themselves. And if you doubt yourself, then you'll never win. The worst word you can use is can't, because if you say you can't do something, or if you believe that you can't do something, you will never do it. You'll beat yourself before you even get to it. So with that being said, I believe that it all boiled down to how Tyron wanted to learn. I don't think he wanted to learn from the people that he was surrounded by, and that's why the fight camp didn't last too long with Floyd. I guarantee you Floyd was probably getting pissed off that Tyron wasn't trying to learn. But with that being said, for Jake Paul's future, I'm expecting him to probably end up doing the fight with Tommy Fury, even though the Tommy Fury one's not going to do any numbers at all. It's not going to be good for him. Which, I mean, it's going to do some numbers wherever the fuck Tommy Fury's from. I think it's like England or something, but I know he's only Tyson's half brother. That's probably why he doesn't have any of the wit to him. He really can't talk in the press conferences, and he's not going to be able to have Tyson and the dad there the whole time. He's not going to have them there in the fight either. So I don't expect that fight to go well for Tommy. So I don't expect Tommy to even take the fight. He's going to get disowned by his family if he loses that fight. They're literally going to disown him. They told him that he can't box anymore or some shit. I forget all like the rules they told him. If he loses that fight, they told him that they're basically going to they're going to disown him. But with that being said, I think the smartest route for Jake Paul's future would be to get in the talks with Nate Diaz and Nick Diaz, because I think if Jake Paul was to fight either which one of them, I would think that he would fight Nate Diaz because Nate's the younger brother, but have Nate fight Jake, and then Logan fight Nick. It's not going to happen anytime soon because they're both under contract with the UFC. But I think that would be a very eventful one for the future. So I'm on the looks for that. But with that being said, if you guys have any fights that you think would be better for Jake Paul's future, go let me know in the comments, because I'm super interested to see what people want to see for his future. I'm honestly super impressed with his performance, so I want to see him fight someone that has a little bit more of a boxing background, to see if he really can use the skills that he was showing in that Tyron fight against someone that actually has real boxing skills. So with that being said, I definitely appreciate you watching this. If you guys want to see more content similar to this, I have a lot of boxing and MMA content and much more, a lot of weed content though. So go check it out and definitely stay blessed.